There is a controversial record being floated around online. It's said to have been found in the private notes of President Woodrow Wilson, who was president between 1913 and 1921. The quote is from Colonel Edward Mandel House, who was having a conversation with the president. And so here's the quote. We can decide whether it's real or not later, but this is the quote. Here you go. Very soon, every American will be required to register their biological property in a national system designed to keep track of the people and that will operate under the ancient system of pledging. By such methodology, we can compel people to submit to our agenda, which will affect our security as a chargeback for our fiat paper currency. Every American will be forced to register or suffer not being able to work and earn a living. They will be our chattel, and we will hold the security interest over them forever by operation of the law merchant under the scheme of secured transactions. Americans, by unknowingly or unwittingly delivering the bills of lading to us, will be rendered bankrupt and insolvent forever to remain economic slaves through taxation secured by their pledges. They will be stripped of their rights and given a commercial value designed to make us a profit, and they will be none the wiser, for not one man in a million could ever figure our plans. And if by accident one or two would figure it out, we have in our arsenal plausible deniability. After all, this is the only logical way to fund government, by floating liens and debt to the registrants in the form of benefits and privileges. This will inevitably reap to us huge profits beyond our wildest expectations and leave every American a contributor to this fraud, which we will call social insurance. Without realizing it, every American will insure us for any loss we may incur. And in this manner, every American will unknowingly be our servant. However, begrudgingly, the people will become helpless and without any hope for their redemption, and we will employ the high office of the president of our dummy corporation to foment this plot against America. If you were to do a fact check of this particular quote, the controversy seems to be whether it was actually ever said or not. It has to do with whether there's any evidence of it having been said or not. I don't really wish to get into that particular aspect of the controversy. All I would like to do is point your attention to whether these conditions actually exist or not in today's society. Do they exist? Is such a system in place? Here we are concerned about what's known as the mark of the beast in the end times. But how do we know that this hasn't already taken place? Well, you're going to have to decide that issue for yourself. When it comes to the content of this particular quote, however, what we want to do is decide, well, it does seem to be true. It seems to have taken place. It seems like we're already involved, deeply involved in this scheme. And the question is there any way to opt out? The plan was to keep us in slavery forever. And so far, we're looking at 100 years. So the question is there a way out? Yes, there is a way out, especially with today's technology and with today's ingenuity. We can do this. David J. Dill, I am host of the Soul Side Talk Show. Come back and see me now.